Hey guys, I'm bringing your confidence crowd the same way I am. Well, if you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. I mean, it is free after all. My name is Kemiaman aka Okinging, and I'm back with another video. Let's roll the title sequence. Raz, welcome to another episode of Topics with Okinging. This is the second one this year. The first one was actually shot on a very different camera. Now this is another camera. It doesn't mean that I bought a new camera. It just means that you guys have to watch out for my vlogs, which will explain why the sudden improvement in quality. So if you're new to my channel and you are not familiar with what is Topics with Okinging, so Topics with Okinging, it's actually a segment that I've created to basically bring subjects and topics to this very segment and just discuss and talk about. It doesn't have to be topics that are strenuous and controversial. It just means that I'm just here and it's just us getting to talk and me giving you guys an own opinion. And as I said on the first ever Topics with Okinging that I did last year, was that you guys, if you wanna join in the recording of Topics with Okinging, you guys are absolutely allowed to do so. All you just need to do is to go to my Instagram page, it's at Okinging, and send me a DM and say, hey, I wanna join and be part of the shooting for all Topics with Okinging. And I don't mind, we're going to discuss the logistics of that, because if you're a stranger to me and you want to be part of this episode, unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to shoot it at my place, meaning at my house, because for safety reasons I'm not gonna risk it. I don't want to risk. There are a lot of crazy people who are out there, so I don't want to risk it. Like I said, Topics with Okinging, it's basically me bringing any conversation or talking about anything that I want to bring on this channel. This has been something that I started last year, just that I've not been consistent with it. But this year, the last remaining months of the year, I already know we have a little left to the year. I'm going to push and be consistent as possible. It's going to be uploading on Wednesdays. Please do look out for Topics with Okinging. Now, the topic that we're going to be discussing today is things that you should not do going to a funeral, especially when you're attending black funerals. Number one, long speeches. It is not a memorial service, it is a funeral service. Those are two different things. You see, at a memorial service, I feel like that's when you can literally speak for a long period of time at a funeral, not at a funeral, at a memorial service. Because the difference between a funeral and a memorial service is that with a memorial service, it's in the name. We are reminiscing about the deceased. We are honoring the deceased. We are talking about the memories. We are highlighting the memories of this deceased while that particular person was alive. So if you're going to treat a funeral such as a memorial service, that's absolutely wrong, because especially in black communities, our funerals are short. We have the service usually at the deceased's home, and then after that we go to the graveside, bury the deceased, and then we go back to the deceased home to eat. Then we all go our separate ways. Meaning that most of the time people actually have plans after the funeral. People have things or things they want to attend and go to after the funeral. And you need to even also bear in mind that with funerals, it's not something that's planned. Meaning we don't plan that this person is going to die on this day, meaning they're going to be buried on this day. So when people are coming in attendance, they are coming there to support, not to stay there for the whole day. It's not like a wedding or a birthday party where the invitation probably came out 3 weeks before or longer. Unlike a funeral, where usually funeral takes a week and even in that week you're probably going to get notified or get informed about the funeral 2 or 3 days before. So hence I'm saying, don't do long speeches. We are not there to hear about you and the deceased, on how you guys were friends and whatever. No. when we are there, we are there to support the grieving family. We are there to basically also pay our last respects to the deceased. So if you are there, this is how your speech should literally be like. Yo, greetings everybody. My name is 12345 I was a friend to the deceased, meaning you add the name of the deceased. Yo, me and the deceased, we met at 12345. He was a supportive person, or she was a supportive person. I knew if I had problems I could call the deceased. And you also add, or you, the family, you guys are not the only ones who are grieving. We are in this together. You guys, it's not only you guys who lost out on a loved one. We also lost out on a loved one, so we are grieving together. May the soul of the person rest in peace. That's it. Short, nice and simple. Basically summarize you guys' interaction, you and the deceased interaction. You don't have to go lolololo or long or be long-winded with the speech. As I mentioned, we are not at a memorial service, we are at a funeral. So I feel like if it was a memorial service, yes, still keep it short. You're not gonna speak there for an hour, but you can be prolonged because it's a memorial service. We are trying to reminisce, we are trying to learn, we are trying to honor, respect the journey that was of the person that is deceased. So please, we don't want to hear them. We don't want to hear them. We are not interested. Please keep the funeral short and nice and respectful. Number 2, please don't be stingy with the food. And this message doesn't actually go to the deceased family, it goes to the people who are serving. So usually in black funerals, and the reason why I'm saying black funerals is because I've been to only black funerals. I've never been into a Caucasian or any other race funerals. So I only I've only attended black funerals. And in black funerals, what we do is usually the night before, the women and the men of the community, meaning the area of the deceased, and friends and relatives and family, they gather at the night before to cook, basically prepare the food so that when people come back from the burial site, they can have food to eat and nibble on and enjoy them. I don't want to say enjoy because it's a funeral, but basically have something to eat on, to nibble on, because remember, we are in South Africa. In South Africa, the sun hits like nobody's business, and if you're going to attend a black person's funeral, high chances are you're going to stay literally in the sun. No shade will be provided for you, so you need some nutrients and something just to fill you up. So hence we have catering, but catering usually, as I mentioned, it's done by the relatives, the friends, and the people who lived in close proximity to the deceased. So now I'm saying, no, do not be stingy with the food, and I'm not saying to the family of the deceased. You need to understand something. So the people that were cooking and were preparing for the food are usually the ones who serve the food. So most of the time it's relatives and not close members of the family. Now we mostly find in situations where we have saving stations for food. When you come back from burial sites, we have people who are stingy with the food. Literally, a person would serve you like a small quantity of food. And yes, I do understand that sometimes at funerals there can be a large number of people that the food doesn't cater to, but that hardly happens. Most of the time there's sufficient amount of food. The trend or something that usually happens is that the people who are serving the food are going to hoard the food, meaning they're going to serve a little quantity so that they can have food left which they're going to take home. Please do not be stingy with that. And in the past, in black funerals, the funeral food wasn't allowed to leave. Like the food that was cooked at the funeral wasn't allowed to leave the premises of the funeral. So if you take the food from the funeral and then you take it to your home, that was considered bad luck. So now we are seeing people where at funerals where they want to hoard on this food so that they can be able to take what we call a scaftini home. That's wrong, you guys. If there's someone in your family or in your house that did not attend the funeral, they're not getting that food. They're not getting that food. It should be common ground. It should be known. Or they're not getting that food. So ends up saying it's unnecessary to be stingy with the food. It's really unnecessary. If you're not going to attend the funeral, food should not be served for you. And also, I think the biggest thing that I also hate about people who do that, who serve small quantities of food so that they can hoard the larger portion of the food so that they can take home. I hate the fact that now they take that large quantity of food home. That food is going to probably stay in the fridge for 3 to 4 days because they're taking food they're taking that food home where they're not going to eat it, they're not going to finish it and all that, and that food rots and then they throw it. Whereas they could have served people enough food and eaten sufficiently. So you guys are there to support. That's it. And so it's unnecessary and it's uncalled for that you have to call on food the way you guys are basically doing. Basically, not people who do that now, basically I consider them mahotu. Like, I don't know the English word for it, but olhotu, like olhotu. Oh, you're greedy. You are so greedy. And I feel like greediness brings bad luck. Like for me, I just feel like greediness brings bad luck. But hey, it's something that people do. I said it. My last point is dress appropriately. Guys, if you're a black person or if you're attending a black funeral, and the reason why I'm speaking about black funerals is because, as I said earlier on in the video, that I've only attended black funerals, so I can only speak from what I've seen or what is relative to me. I'm not saying don't do what I'm about to say to other races' funerals, but I'm saying in my culture, in the black community, when you go to a funeral, you are going to dress appropriately. You dress appropriately. And what is dressing up appropriately in a black funeral? A man, a guy, you are going to wear a blazer or a jacket. A nice blazer, a nice jacket. You can wear a plain shirt or a formal shirt, a button-up formal shirt with your jeans or formal jeans, sneakers or formal sneakers. If you are a man, as long as you are not part of Batubadi Piri, meaning if you are not part of the people who are going to fill up the grave, meaning Hotela Muka Mukha Mukotiwa Walekasi. Oh my god, whatever I'm saying, I hope it's appropriate what I'm saying. But basically, if you're not part of the people who are going to cover the coffin at the graveside, wear appropriately. You see those ones who cover the graves, most of the time you're not strangers to them. They can wear overalls and whatever. But when you are attending the funeral and you are a man, you are going to wear a blazer. You're going to wear formally. Most of the time we actually advise that you wear formally, but we are not as strenuous with formality. You can wear, but you need to wear a blazer. Like, you need to wear a jacket, a nice jacket, not jacket that's trendy, but guys, I'm talking about a nice simple jacket, a jean jacket or a leather jacket or just a jacket or a blazer. You wear it with a shirt or a formal shirt, or like, be presentable. Dress like you're going to a job interview. And also, even with that, wear darker colors. Most of the time we wear black, but we're not that strenuous with the color that you wear to a funeral. But wear darker colors, your navy blues, your blacks. If you go to brighter colors, they shouldn't be that bright. Like, guys, you're not gonna rock up wearing a orange, yellow suit. Like, come on. like now you look like you're attending a wedding, now you look like you're attending a party, now you look like you are there to celebrate. You are not there to celebrate, you are there to pay respect and to honor the deceased. So dress appropriately. To women, in Black funerals, women and they were on their shoulders. That's what I know of. That's what I grew up accustomed to. So now I'm seeing women going to graveyards with their shoulders out, not wearing anything on their head, and now Papa Jikis, I mean, they get returned back to say, no, you're not gonna enter the graveyard, because remember, at the end of the day, the graveyard, it is a sacred place. So we need to respect it. We need to honor it. We need to be mindful about our dressing. So we'll dress appropriately. You're not going to wear something that's like as if you're going to a club. You're not going to dress like you're going to a club. Are you crazy? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Anyway, that's it for this episode of Topics with Okinging. If you have anything that you want to add to the points that I've made, you can leave it down below in the comment section, or if you want to comment on the opinions that I've already made on this video, you can comment down below. But if you have nothing to say, but if you have nothing to comment, you can leave a crowd down below, as it helps with the algorithm and YouTube analytics and etc. Those things that in numbers, it really helps when you leave a comment down in the comment section. So please, if you have nothing to say, just leave a crowd down below. Anyway, if you've reached this point of the video, meaning that you're liking what I'm saying and you're liking this segment of my channel, subscribe. It is free of charge. You don't pay subscription. You don't pay a subscription fee to subscribe to a YouTube channel. It is free. Please do subscribe. Please do leave a comment. Please do like. Please do share this video. It does help with the algorithm. Guys, honestly, I really hope that you have enjoyed this episode. But besides that, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to wear your conference crown. Peace.